there. Welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking some bottom shelf booze. I am the Reverend JP, and that is muted. That is unmuted.
Jesus.
My bad. But yes, this is Best of the Bottom. What we do here is we review some cheap boozes, some booze-eye, and we tell you what we think. We talk about some nerdy stuff. We got a Florida Man segment. I need to take this banner off because that doesn't need to be there anymore. We have a Florida Man segment where we read a Florida Man headline and we make up the story. We have some booze in the news. And then we just talk about some random stuff while we drink some fun stuff. That's what we do here. I hope you're along for this glorious ride while trains drive through Diane's living room.
Yes, sorry.
She lives not far from the tracks. She's on the wrong side of the tracks, I'll tell you that much. But before we officially get things started off here, we have a little thing that we call the Bag of Doom. In this bag, we have some random shots that we have to take. We reach in here, we draw from it, and no matter what it is, good, bad, indifferent, we have to take it. We have to deal with our consequences that we make in life, just like the Bag of Doom. And Diane goes first. Reach through the internet, through those cables, sail across through all the waves. Bam! I shall reach in here next. Grab me.
Devil's River coffee bourbon.
And I got
like this bottle. I think it's cute.
Paul Mason pineapple brandy. I think it's brandy.
I got some bourbon whiskeys.
It's Grand Amber brandy.
Natural flavors.
Let's get down on this right now. And it's Maverick. He's in the chat. Look, there he is. Look, bam. There's the Mavrizzle.
Dirty.
And Diane, we shall make a special cheers to the friend of all friends, the glorious of all grannies, Betty White. And this is for her. We lost one of the good ones recently, and this podcast is dedicated to all of her glory. Cheers to Betty White. Ooh. This is not bad.
Oh, fuck. With the day, okay. Oh, it makes you believe, since it's a coffee liquor, that's gonna taste like coffee. And it does.
A coffee
at the very end, but it is mainly whiskey first.
Oh yes, it is terrible.
I'm sorry.
That's what I took. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before that, but I've had the Devil's River, and it was not fun. It was not fun at all.
It's fine at the end. It's fine. It tastes like coffee.
Oh, but it's rough to get through. It's just it. I feel like I
kept it in my mouth like it was going to be something sweet, you asshole. and then it was like just whiskey.
Oh, it's a rough shot. It is rough. Like I said, I've experienced it. I was not happy about it, but
But
you
yes,
live, you learn, you get loves.
I do live. I was dying for most of New Year's Day, actually all of New Year's Day.
Because of the Betty White news?
No. I drank way too much.
Oh.
That was just the beginning of my horrors. I was finding out Betty White was dead.
Oh, that was. Yeah, I texted you pretty much as soon as I found out.
Yeah, well, I woke up and Mike was like, Betty White's dead. Then Sammy was like, Betty White's dead. And you were like, Betty White's dead. Well, then the next day, Deborah was like, Betty White's dead.
Yeah, I had forgotten too. I didn't text Dominique about it, and she texted me and she's like, "Oh, Betty White died," and I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't tell you," because I immediately had to text you because I didn't even know if you'd be awake or not yet.
Actually, let me say what you said because it made me laugh.
What?
Okay, what did you say this? It wasn't too long ago because
No.
Okay, yeah. You said, Diane, you need to prepare yourself. Betty White has died.
Were you prepared?
I mean, it just was hilarious because Mike had just told me just the idea of you being like, Diane, you must prepare yourself. Betty White has died.
Well, I was thinking about sending it to you in a couple of separate texts and be like, "Oh, prepare yourself, Diane."
Yeah.
Some news has happened. I was gonna just send it like as a various text and just kind of lay it out. But I was at work.
It begins.
Yes, but I was at work, so I didn't have enough time to put that much effort into sending you several different texts. Stepping you down and preparing you for the news that has broken, the devastation. Oh. But Diane, before we officially get into the Betty White stuff, I'm glad you brought up my text there because I had forgotten how I texted you. But I just had to let you know. But we have a thing that we like to do around here, and it is called the Florida Man. Most people just like to read Florida Man headlines and tell you some wacky story a Florida man has done. No. Not here. Not on this podcast. Not on my watch. I read the headline and I make up the story. We go through various stages of the Florida Man. It's all read. It's made up right here on the spot. Sometimes they are terrible. Sometimes the stories are great. But no matter what, you'll have learned something by the end. And meth was probably involved. Yes. Because that is the true nature of the Florida Man. In this week's adventure of Florida Man, a Florida man arrested after leaving a pizza trail of clues for deputies. No. You see, what kind of foolish Florida man just leaves random clues, pizza clues, all about to lead them to his direction? Oh, no. This Florida man, it was all just a ruse. You see, Florida man knew Raphael had gone on a rogue mission trying to catch him. Because a Florida man has been doing some misdeeds in these here parts. Yes, this Florida man was smart. He knew Raphael was hot on his trail. So what is the best thing to do? Pizza clues. And as we all know, Raphael always goes rogue in disguise, wearing a trench coat and a hat and some sunglasses to cover his shell, and he looks pretty obvious, but you know what? Whatever makes the man happy. But as he was on his rogue mission trying to track down the Florida man realized what was going on and went to Mario's Pizza and bought as much pizza as he can and had it delivered to multiple locations where he knows Raphael was hiding out. And throughout there, he was dropping anchovies, pepperonis, pineapples, ham, cheese, just some cardboard boxes, full slices, maybe a whole pizza here and there, and let deputies on this wild goose chase. And while Raphael was sleeping, this Florida man was ingenious. And he stapled a mullet to Raphael because he roofied him the night before at the local pub. And he knew Raphael would be out cold, solid for at least 8 hours. And he got that Florida man mullet properly attached to him, and even used the proper Florida man super strength high tensile mullet hair. And the police busted in there and caught Raphael. But unfortunately, the Florida man had forgotten one minor mistake. He had smoked way too much meth before, and the pizza trail led back to his hut.
Valor, if you even think about peeing on that painting, we will have a problem.
If the cat pees on camera, that's gonna be.
I'm sorry, Justin. I love him with all my heart, but he does not belong in this room, and I do not trust him.
But yes, this Florida man had smoked way too much meth and spilt pizza sauce, trailing all the way back to the trailer, all the way back to the meth lab. And once the police had quickly removed Raphael's disguise and realized this is no Florida man, this is a mere turtle. And Florida's got plenty of turtles, and I mean it's just an oversized turtle. I mean that's a Florida thing. They don't think nothing about a ninja turtle. I mean that's a Tuesday. Come on, the bayou. Nobody cares. A giant turtle. He happens to be anthropomorphic and talks. You know what? It happens. There's, radioactivity on the Florida coastline. I don't know. It happens. They were unfazed. It's Florida. Shit happens. But then once they realized that, they saw the pizza sauce and they were hot on the trail. And there they found the Florida man cooking away and working on his next scheme. And he was caught red-handed. And unfortunately, this Florida man has gone to jail once again. Oh, it was a good show, though. He's a jolly old chap.
Is he kind of like the Trailer Park Boys?
Oh, shit. God damn it.
I'm yelling at my cats, trying to stop him from peeing on my stuff. Phone calls.
And I'm getting phone calls in the middle of everything because people cannot respect the show. So I'm going to text her and be like, hey, I'm streaming. Back off.
Mom. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it wasn't Mom.
I know.
But Diane, would you like to get into our beverage of the evening?
I actually would.
So, tonight, for our beverage of the evening, I was on the phone with Diane when I discovered this lovely thing. You see, I was at a loss. I was at Kelly Liquor, as we have established. It's my favorite liquor store to go to because it's the only one we have left in this town. And I was like, Diane, what do I get? Should I get this? Should I get this? I named off several different things. And as I was walking by the shelf, we're actually debating, did we review the Buzz Talls? And I was like, I don't know. I feel like we drank the Buzz Talls and reviewed them on the stream, but I'm not 100% sure. And Diane's like, oh, did we? I don't know. So I sent her a picture of it. She goes, it looks familiar. But either way, we couldn't figure it out. And as I am walking through, my eyes gaze upon this Buzz Balls Biggies. First off, it's a women-owned corporation, so we love that. And Diane's is in a Kentucky Fried Chicken bag.
Recycling, you see?
Yes, because we care about the environment. And this is Strawberry Rita. It is 15% alcohol per volume. This big old ball here was $20.99, and I was like, you know, hells yeah.
Oh shit!
Did you just spill it everywhere?
Sorry.
But I could not resist. It looks lovely. It looked exciting, and I had to get it. I could not resist. I mean, come on. It's like a freaking cannonball. It's a bloody cannonball. Right there.
It's a KFC bag.
It's a KFC bag.
It's a KFC bag.
But along with this cannonball of beverage, let me pour this out for my homies real quick and Betty White. I wish I could say I was homies with Betty White, but I mean, honestly, wasn't she a homie to all of us in our hearts?
Yeah.
I mean, for real. But along with that, I just decided to get these spiked cherries by Howie's spiked cherries. They are clearly 10% alcohol per volume. And I was like, hey, let's get these bad boys. Why? I don't know. Why the hell not? But, Dan, do you want to try one of these spiked cherries by themselves? If you can open your jar.
Got it. What
And
about it?
You didn't get a spoon.
No, dude, I'm a savage.
Okay, be a sticky mess.
Well, honestly, I didn't think about it. And if I would have thought about it a little more, I have things I could have stabbed.
Well, here we are. Mazel tov. Fair enough. Not as strong as I thought.
Yeah. Well, they're tasty.
They are tasty.
They're just tasty.
I know. I could just sit here and eat this whole
I was like, do I continue eating? Because if I have an option for another one, I'm going to eat another one because they're tasty.
Oh, yeah. They're
I was
definitely
expecting like them to be like just like alcohol. Just alcohol.
Well, I saw these and I was thinking about the moonshine, like was it Old Smoky or whatever, or Moon whatever, Moon River, Moonlight. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. I don't know. But I was thinking I want to try those. Mm-hmm. But I figure those are a show within themselves because they're going to be much stronger. These are only 10% alcohol per volume. But the question is, as far as taste goes, what goes down smoother? And so far, these are pretty damn good. I got two at once.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're pretty all right.
Yeah, they're pretty good. You can tell there's alcohol in them.
When I came to pick up the stuff, I was just like, "Oh, it's just cherries," because like he was like, when he called when he was at the store buying stuff. He didn't tell me what he was getting. He was just like, he just laughed and was like, okay. He was just like, he found something good. Okay. So I'm like, yes. All right. And then I show up. And all I saw were these like,
yeah, just a jar of cherries.
Jar of cherries. And I was like, oh shit, it's just cherries? We're gonna just eat some cherries.
No.
And then that did not turn out to be the case, and I'm very glad.
Yes.
Because I don't want to just eat these stupid cherries.
I threw a couple of cherries into my drink. Why? Why the hell not? A little surprise at the end.
Like this is something where I'm like, I'll eat the cherries, but I'm not happy that I have to eat these cherries. Like, I'm never the person like, if you have to give me booze, give it to me in plain form. No.
Don't make me eat it.
If I have to eat it, like, are you serious? Like,
I
Jello
was
shots?
thinking,
No, thank you.
Jello shots are bomb. But since I threw some cherries in here,
Margaritas? No, thank you.
I'm going to. This is a margarita. I'm gonna drink right
No,
out the
thank
bomb.
you. But also, I hate drinking in general right now.
Why?
Because I was seriously dead for 24 hours on January 1st. I started the year off with just dying.
Well, chill out. Don't get so reckless.
Yeah, well, I told you I for some reason was decided, hey, you know what? Instead of just being like, hey, boyfriend, can we have like a friendly get together where we drink little bits of booze and stuff? I was just like, you don't know how to party, old man. Let's go.
Oh, that's right. You did your little drink off thing,
I
didn't
did
you?
a challenge. Yes, sir, I did.
What were the results of this? I must know.
I died.
I mean, but like, did he outdrink you?
Yes. I think I may have outdrink him, but I had 24 hours of repercussion where he had 0.
Oh.
And we were both
Interesting.
drunk. That was definitely a thing. But I definitely lost because I overdid it. I overdid it.
Well, you did your best.
His mom made a beautiful dinner I could not attend
Because you were puking in the rose bushes.
dying. I overdid it. I talked so much shit, and guess what? Whoop. I overdid it.
I just want to let you know, Diane.
Hmm.
Hearing this news,
Yep.
You've let me down.
I know. I've let the whole family down.
You let the show down?
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Bazonga's O'Shea can hardly look at you.
Oh, God.
I mean, I said hands down. Hands down.
I know you did. You believed in me. You believed in me. And I drank too much. I drank so much.
And you let me down.
Definitely.
Have you told Mother about this?
No. I wouldn't even dream of it.
You will be disowned.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of pride.
Mouth shut, Mr. Reverend.
What?
Is this kind of confession thing? Can I say this is a confession? Don't tell your mother.
Oh, okay. So you're invoking.
I'm invoking your religious whatevers.
We're talking about how Diana's disappointment, and you've defeated her in a drinking challenge. She is confessing to me as a reverend, and she's invoked. The hell is it? Religious. Fucking shut your mouth. Yeah.
He is le champion.
Yes, and
yeah, I would have said I went to bed the champion, but I woke up the loser. So I may have drank more than he did. I don't know. I remember it's like
the problem
we were having so much fun, blah 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 blah. That I remember walking into the room and then just at some point I fell asleep.
The problem is you need somebody tallying the situation.
That's true.
And so basically you ended up with a hangover. Yes. And possibly could have outdrank him as far as volume goes.
Yes. But I couldn't handle it, so I had to forfeit my championship. I know, it's the worst. It's the most embarrassing way to, lose.
I'm disappointed.
I fucking nailed it. I think it was fun without incident. Ain't nobody got emotional. No, like, just a bunch of drunk people loving it, just enjoying each other's fucking.
And
Bring it
it's
in
correction.
the-
It's a Maverick 1, Diane 0. We had talked about we discussed this last week. Diane was saying now she's gonna bring home the gold for the family and the podcast, and the whole show in general. Just for Polish people everywhere. For the Polacks, for all the Polacks in the room, and you dropped the ball. I mean, Maverick woke up at 9, fresh as a lamb. What time did you wake up, Diane?
It was 2.
Jesus. Ugh.
I was dead by 5. I started off good. One of those like where you don't know what's about to hit at you kind of things. Started off energetic, excited. Already knew I had lost though. I had already told him, like, yeah, I talk so much shit, but I'm dead. Like, I can guarantee I'm dead.
24 hours.
I was dead for 24 hours.
Jesus. Lord help me. She's let us down.
Our room is so hot. I went and sat out in the car for a bit. And that's what killed me is then I got like that hot hungover. And then I made the mistake of trying to drink water. And then that just fucking killed me even more. Because I was fine. Like,
You didn't get out of bed until Sunday?
I didn't get out of bed until Sunday.
God, Jesus.
I mean, I did get out of bed because I went out and sat in the car. But, like, I didn't really get out of bed until Sunday.
Was that by choice, though? Then you got out and sat in the car.
Well, yeah. But a little bit of necessity, maybe.
All right, Dan, we need to try these big balls. I've got big balls, and she's got big balls. So, cheers to the big balls.
This is kind of cloudy looking stuff.
It is.
Or I didn't clean my chalice out enough.
Oh, I was just saying, Bazonga's O'Shea was just saying how she could hardly look at Diane.
Yeah.
She's ashamed. She brought shame upon this boy.
I did, but I brought a shame upon everybody. It's one of those things. I have no problem being like, yo, I fucked up. This is like...
DJ Heimlich is talking some mad shit back here.
Okay. Sorry. This cat... I have way too many cats in my room, and I'm trying to maintain an ecosystem while also having way too many cats that are not mine. And every time I see one of them pop into frame, I'm just like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? That's why there's no cats in this podcast room. Because Archibald's gotten in here before, and he fucking pees on the shelf. He's a dick.
I know, that's why I'm like this one. Because I have 2 boys in here, and I'm not... The 2 boys, whenever they get together, they're just like, hey, look what I can piss on. And so just every time he comes into frame, I'm just like, please, all I'm asking for all these fucking cats, I've taken you in. I've dealt with various situations. I've gone out to clubs smelling like piss because one of you pissed on my boots and I was all the way in El Paso. I've been through a lot of shit. Just please don't piss on anything in a live stream. That's all I ask of you. Please don't do it.
It's content either way. So
I
Diane,
love them with all my heart. Come on now. Come
Glenn,
on.
how do you feel at these big balls?
Oh.
So the difference between the Biggie ball and those little Buzz balls, those are a malt beverage.
Mm-hmm.
It says it uses premium tequila and vodka with natural flavors. I have no idea if it's actually premium tequila or vodka. I'm taking the word for it. But you know what? Believe all women. So I think it tastes fine. Actually, I think it tastes better than the little Buzz balls. I think it tastes better than the Buzz talls. Because I'm thinking back to, I think we did do like the pina colada Buzz tall and something else, and they were not great. But see, I threw the cherries in here. See now it's a deeper, lovelier red.
Is it tastier?
It adds a little je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
The little Buzz balls are not trash. They are standard bottom shelf booze fare. They are fair enough. But the 99s are still, they've won me over. They have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
They're lovely. They're a great thing.
They're God. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I think back and I'm just like, I didn't always have I still don't, clearly. I mean, by fucking New Year's standards, I still have a hard time keeping, because I never throw up. I'm never sick when the partying is happening. It's always the next day that kills me.
Yeah.
I have a friend and she just pukes the whole night she's partying.
Oh,
and
that's a
she's
good way
fine.
to get.
And she's just the next day she's great.
That's how you get alcohol poisoning. If you just does she puke periodically and then keep drinking, or does she just puke and get over with?
No, she's a periodic puker. I don't think she realized that's her drinking method, but it's kind of what she usually disappears for a while, and then she shows back up and she's like, "Yeah, let's go some more," and then you're just like, you were just puking.
That's a dangerous method. That is a dangerous method. That's how you get alcohol poisoning. Because the reason why you puke is that's your body's way of saying, "Hey, bitch, you had too much."
She's definitely a person where we all just go like, she's. Thank God nobody believes her, but everybody's always just constantly drunk. Everybody's always constantly just like, dude, you're drunk. So nobody's pushing her. If she had somebody pushing her probably harder, then she's actually willing to go. It might be a problem, but we're all just like, yeah, you're fucked up from the get-go.
Yeah, that's best not to have somebody push her too hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Would you like to move on to some booze in the news?
Yes, sir.
So there's a new trend hitting some of these bars. I know I've seen it at a few bars where they'll have the alcohol per volume on their beers and packaged liquors, like your pre-mixed stuff. But apparently some bars are starting to do having the average alcohol per volume on their cocktails as well now, which is kind of nice. But I mean, you have to make sure your bartenders are measuring stuff exactly, because I've been to some bars and they do some heavy pours.
Oh,
and you're getting a lot higher alcohol per volume than what they're expecting.
Yeah, I guess I've never been designated driver. God.
Yes, you have. You were designated driver for me when I puked in your purse.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
I'm really proud of that moment. That's a shining moment. When I go up to the pearly gates, they're gonna be like, "Hey, not only were you designated driver, you got everybody home safe, but you let this man puke in your purse. Go sit next to Jesus.
That is honorable. Very honorable.
Honestly, it was a great time for me. Like, I always imagined being that friend.
I tell that story to many people, and they're like, "Oh, you puked in your sister's purse," and I was like, "Oh, it was her idea."
I would allow it to any of you, because it's like, I was saying if the purse is in here, so I could show you, but it's like
purse.
It's a very pukeable purse.
Yeah, it's very well lined, so you can just spray that shit out easily, very easily.
And I don't own anything, so I just had this bag with nothing in it, just like, here you go, sir. Have a puke.
Well, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to have a puke. I appreciate it. I appreciated it greatly.
Because what's in a purse,
Maverick was DD with 4 very drunk girls and had to corral them into a vehicle. Then one cried the whole way because we didn't leave her behind. Oh. I remember this story. And I remember who that drunk girl was that was upset that she didn't get left behind. And we will not name names because,
he was a great sport. Yeah. Because my goodness. Because even I, I'm supposed to be the helpful one. I probably drink more than I should have too. So like I wasn't helpful to him chauffeuring.
Diane drinking more than she should have? No.
Wait, are you guys telling me this is my MO?
No.
Is this
Diane.
where I find? Is this where I find out I don't know how to control myself?
No. Diane, you are the most reasonable person I've ever met.
You know what? I need the ego boost, so I'm going to pretend that was true. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I'm going to take a drink of this chalice and pretend like I know no better.
But yes, for Booze in the News, there's many bars that are now calculating the alcohol per volume, so patrons can kind of gauge how strong their cocktails are as opposed to their beer, which honestly I do appreciate bars that have the alcohol per volume, especially like I know like going to like some of like the microbreweries and some of the places that have beer on hand, they have their alcohol per volume already listed on there, and it's nice because I can look at it and be like, okay, we're chilling, how much do I want to drink? And I can kind of formulate it in my head what I'm willing to drink, and that's helpful. But my only problem is like when it comes to these cocktails, I mean, bartenders can get a heavy fucking pour sometimes. I've been in some places where the bartender decides they like you, they're like, oh hey, this is a cool dude, and they pour a little extra for you, and that's great. Or there's just some bars that have a reputation for heavy pours. But unless you're like really on top of the bartenders, making sure they're like measuring out everything exactly,
I'm always praying for the sloppy pour.
Oh yeah,
I came out for your sloppy pour. Like, please don't measure shit. But
that was Diane's nickname in high school, the sloppy pour.
Hey. Well, yeah, okay.
I think it's a great idea. This by the way, this article comes from liquor.com. I really didn't quote anything in the article in the article, but yeah, that's something that I've seen. Like I said, I've seen it kind of creeping across some bars here and there. Usually tends to be in your microbreweries and people that brew, in house. But it's good times. It's good times. I know Diane. Diane. If you go to a bar that has alcohol per volume, you're gonna sit there and be like, "Oh, that one," because it's gonna have a strong. Because it could taste. The cocktail could taste like complete dog shit, but if it has the alcohol per volume she wants, bam.
Well, no, well, yeah, because you got to do, but you got to do math. You got to go like alcohol per volume plus money. Like, how much does it cost? So you got to go cheap too.
Yeah.
That's the Diane scale. Cheap, and then cross over alcohol times money, and then we'll do the math of what's worth what.
Yeah. And in here it talks about making the calculations and everything. And
honestly, I'm the person who brings the booze to wherever we're going. So that's my I mean, I don't do any of that anymore. That's in the past, dude. That's like pre-pandemic, I haven't done any kind of shit like that in forever.
Well, the formula is alcohol content times spirit volume divided by total drink volume is how you get your alcohol per volume in your cocktails. So this is basically going to take on the bars, then it's going to take somebody like a manager or the owner to do all the calculations ahead of time. Now for the patron, basically it takes you to look at the board and go, I want something strong and to get fucked up quickly. So you're going to point to that thing. Now, if you want to maybe have a beer or two and just chill out, with your friends, then you go with something weaker. That's my process of looking at stuff. If I don't have to worry about anything and I can just drink, I'm going to go for something stronger and something that I like.
I don't like flavors of booze. Like, I don't like fancy drinks. I'm not a fancy drink person. Like, why are we dressing it up? Calories are already a thing. I don't need all the extras. It's like, I'm trying to not be a fucking whale. All right.
And there's a handful of bars that have menus, or at least like some shit in the background. But there's some places that I've been to that do have that. And we're not going to get to my bouginess. So, you know what? Just chill out. God damn it. I'm a reverend, for Christ's sake.
He bougie. He bougie. He bougie.
Yeah.
Justin, do you have any rings?
What?
Like finger rings yet? Like, I'm trying to gauge the bouginess. Do you have any finger rings? I've never looked at your hands. Okay, no. We're not there yet. You don't have to start worrying.
I do not have any bougie finger rings.
What about earrings?
Earrings?
Yeah. Do you have what's that guy's name from AEW? The one who reminds me of
Are you talking about Ricky Starks?
The Jenner. Oh, what's starts with a K. Caitlyn Jenner from AEW, the announcer dude. Or
Tony Schiavone?
Yeah.
How does Tony Schiavone remind you of Caitlyn Jenner?
Because of those earrings.
Oh.
They are such big diamonds. That was the first sign that Caitlyn Jenner was being born. Was when Bruce Jenner got these giant, like, cubic zirconium earrings. She, I don't know what you say. How do you talk about somebody who's dead named? I never paid attention to that. I'm sorry.
The artist formerly known as Bruce?
The person formerly known as Bruce.
I'm sure they consider themselves an artist.
The piece of art formerly known as
the piece of art? That's going too far. Neither Bruce
that
nor
feels like a little
Caitlin
bit like feel
are
good
a
though.
piece of art.
The piece of
mean-
art formerly known as Bruce.
Ugh.
Miss
Now-
Jenna. What was I talking about?
I don't know. You threw me
This
off.
Buzz Ball, dude. I don't know if it's Buzz Ball or if it's just. I am having a good. These cherries, something. I am enjoying myself.
The cherry balls.
The combination of something.
Did you
here
put some
is just
cherries in
wonderful.
your Buzz Ball?
No, I've just been eating them.
Are you gonna go through your entire jar of cherries?
I'm just gonna eat them because they're tasty. They're actually really tasty. They have a little tinge of alcohol, but they are like.
Oh yeah, you can put these on a fucking Sunday. Delish. We're gonna have to get next week the old smoky cherries and the booze. That's what we're doing next week. Or old smoky or whatever the moonshine jar is with cherries. We're doing that next week.
Mm.
Because we tried these this week. So that we can kind of put a little comparison on that. She is knit. But Diane, do you want to talk about Betty White?
Oh God, Yes.
As we all know, Betty White has left this earthly world at the age of 99. And I've heard lots of people talking shit that it was meant to be the Queen of England. And like lots of people are like, oh, you should have taken the Queen. Because Betty White is a national treasure. She is a global treasure.
The Queen of England, guys, I'm going to be a little bit more afraid than Betty White. Because she's like the Queen of fucking England.
Yeah, but she has no actual... She's just like
Betty White is definitely like... When she dies, that's when this whole thing goes to kaputs. If I'm gonna start a conspiracy theory, I'm gonna start it with the two of them dying. No, I'm just sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't think I've recovered from fucking the other day. I'm just probably all my brain cells are dried and just crusted to the inside of my skull. I don't know. I threw up with such ferocity that whatever headphone brand of my boyfriend uses, they should be honored. No, he couldn't hear shit, dude. But I'm telling you, it's like, do you remember, what's that called?
I thought you were going to say you puked on his headphones.
What was it, World Police or whatever it was? The puppet movie?
Yeah.
That. Like, when they were throwing up in that movie, I imagine that's how it looked. Because I threw up and it was just like, like, it all came out, like, because it was just water. Because, like, when you're hungover and then you kind of think, I'm going to rehydrate. So you start drinking water and you slowly introduce yourself and you're like, yeah, I'm good. And then you decide to chug that one glass of water and then it's just like game over. Your stomach just dies. And that's what happened. I got too confident in my water drinking abilities.
It's not water that does it in for me. It's if I take that one extra shot. That does me in.
Well, why would you take a shot? Are you here?
Are we talking about in the morning?
Yeah, in the morning.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, in the morning, I usually chug a bottle of water before I go to bed at night.
Yeah, because you're a responsible adult. 'Tis I, Diane Parent. I'm calling people to battle Just like, yo, you think you can slapping people with gloves? Psst, psst, psst.
You're just You're reckless. You're reckless. That is the problem, Diane. You're reckless.
That's 100% what happened, and I died the next day.
Diane, you know who was not reckless?
Hmm.
Betty White. And hang on, let me pull this up because I want to get this correctly. I want to make sure I get this right because I was trying to remember it earlier. Betty White had a great quote. I remember watching I think she was on a talk show. Hang on. Hang on. No dead air. No dead air. No dead air.
No dead air.
Okay.
No
So
dead
this is my
air.
favorite quote ever by Betty White. Is why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things take a pounding. And I think that's the greatest quote ever. Because, everybody's always being like, you're a pussy. You're no. If you got
what can we do as far as a bet to where you need to get that tattooed on your body?
You may not need to do a bet. I might be willing to do that anyways.
You can do it across your chest.
I might do it instead of thug life. Vagina life? No, that doesn't work.
No, it's got to be the full quote.
Yeah, it was a beautiful quote.
It may be a beautiful picture of her above.
We'll do like a scrolling thing, or we'll have to do some nice, like, beautiful cursive writing and like a Betty White picture. I have to figure it out.
Yeah, but I'll have to do it. Like I'll tattoo it on you. Limited abilities.
Okay, if you do it, that would have to be a bet.
Drag it across you.
Hickory dickory dock.
Here comes Kurt.
Hello, I'm coming to say hi.
Great. Tell him about the tattoo he's gonna do.
All right, goodbye.
Hang on, Dad, want me to tell you about a. So I think we have to do a tattoo, or there's a quote from Betty White saying, "Why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive."
Yeah, I've heard this one.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We'll have to do a nice cursive quote, and then have to have a picture of Betty White.
Okay.
That'll be the whole thing, and whatever bet or like thing we do, either of us will end up having the tattoo.
Or how about we do it?
I'm willing to get it
traditional Betty White
myself.
head,
But it's like
Ribbon under
it's
it.
got to be a real like.
flower in the corner. and it
Hang on.
says,
We're having competing stuff. Diane, Kurt, speaking to the microphone.
Sorry.
So we'll put a traditional Betty White face, rose behind her head, a banner under it tied in, and in the banner they'll say, "Pussies take a beating." I don't know what.
Pussies take a beating. Oh my god! Oh my god! That's even better and worse. I wanted it. I mean, I don't want it. I would Betty White's face and pussies take a beating.
Be a good one, right?
That's a good one. That's a
Be a
good
good
one.
piece.
That's great.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
good. That's good.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. There's no stopping now. That's a good one. To pussy's taking a beating.
I'm serious. I would do it.
I'm out of here.
All right. Good night, Kurt. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, Diane.
Night. It would have to be in a reasonable area where nobody could see. But also, yes. Just yes.
Maverick says I don't want that tattoo for the rest of my life. Man, you better win.
Well, we'd have to find it. We'd have to find a reasonable competition. We haven't even found a competition.
We haven't
this is
found any
just-
competitions for anything.
We find punishments for shit all the time, but it's the competition we need. So
I know.
Probably won't happen, but I'm also I would love to fight my hardest to see that tattoo on your body, sir.
We'll have to put it out to the Ethernet. I mean, there's lots of challenge that we do. There's a lot of competitive stuff that we come across. We seem to find something we can do.
We still need to
camera.
do the bougie challenge. Whoever loses the bougie challenge gets a Betty White vagina pussy tattoo.
Okay, but see, that's legitimately setting me up.
Why?
Because everybody says that I'm bougie, but we gotta figure a proper.
I'm probably bougie too. Sometimes, not really.
We'll have to find a proper, unbiased judge.
Well, I know we'd
judges.
have to find other people to think of competition things.
Yes.
But let it be known that these are the extents we're willing to go to.
Oh,
yes. Betty White. What is it? What is the phrase?
It's going to be a traditional Betty White tattoo that says "Pussies take a beating" or whatever. That's even better because then you got an accurate quote. Oh, that's priceless.
I know where to get it. I get it on the back of my neck.
That would you wouldn't have enough room.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Your neck is not that fat, Diane.
Well, no, it's like not running across. It's gonna be what are you imagining?
I mean, it would have to be big enough to like know that it's Betty White.
Well, yeah.
And there's gonna be a rose and a banner and everything.
Well, yeah, but you said traditional, right?
But it's gonna be
traditional, simple as hell.
But it's still gonna be.
It's not gonna be like a detailed portrait.
No, but it's still gonna be of substantial size.
Well, what are you thinking? Now I'm like questioning because I'm thinking like
it's gonna have to be at least about yay big.
Yay big.
About yay big. Tramp stamp. Oh, it has to be a tramp stamp. 100%. It has to be a tramp stamp.
I do.
Yes.
I mean, my partner's already chimed in and said, "No, thank you. I don't want to look at that." So I can't pretend like that's gonna go even any further. But yeah, no, a smaller one.
Tramp stamp.
We'll see what I'm not talking a micro tattoo, but we're not talking real estate here.
Oh, real estate.
No.
Maverick's all afraid now.
He's still so worried, and he's so would, and he's like, I bet right now he's like, would she? I don't know, man. Would she? I kind of think she would.
I mean, Dominique hasn't popped in here and said anything, so I don't know how she'd feel about it. So, I mean, I feel like either way, there's going to be some relationship repercussions.
I mean, me and him, we're brother and sister. We got the same, like, doing this. So
we got ridiculous DNA in our system. Yeah, but it's for the honor of Betty White, though. Betty White would want this to happen.
For certain.
I feel like, have you ever seen some of her just like interviews? She was a witty ass son of a bitch. She was hilarious.
Do you think what we're doing is smart and well put together?
But it's in the greater tribute, the honor of the greatness that was Betty White. She will live on forever in our hearts and above her butt cracks. I'm just saying.
I'm not. I probably wouldn't put it above my butt.
Maybe we both have to get it. But no, I won't do that.
Yeah,
Betty White would want this. Betty White would want this. I guarantee you, Betty White would think this is amazing.
She would rather have us have like an animal, like a cat or a bear or a raccoon.
Betty White in her persona.
But that's why we're not doing it.
You just hyped this whole thing up.
No, I think we should do it. I'm cool down. But I'm just saying, if we were actually going to pay attention to what Betty White may want, we could be more sophisticated about it. But yeah, whatever.
That might be true, but also, I mean, it's funny. It's great, and it's kind of hard to.
Well, Buckford, don't take it to like the actual important things.
Yes.
But yeah.
It is hilarious.
Betty White loved her some animals.
We all love some animals.
I saw a documentary of her with a bear, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, if I found out Betty White got mauled by a bear, that'd be the that'd be the craziest fucking thing to ever. Not only did I never think Betty White would die, but she was mauled by a fucking bear. That'd be some shit.
Yeah. Whew.
But no.
I am telling you what, these cherries and this Buzz Ball thing, it's definitely hitting me.
I feel pretty good. I still have a shit ton of Buzz Ball left.
So do I. I still got the ball. I still got what's left in my cup with the 2 cherries.
Maybe this is actually a decent thing in large quantity.
Oh yeah, like
I've never thought of that possibility that Buzz Ball in an actual bottle might be worth drinking. Like
it tastes better than the little Buzz Balls. It does. It tastes way better.
It's gonna have to be by the.
Gonna make everybody have to go pee that's listening.
This is a cool thing though. I know I kind of talk shit about it, but also like when I saw this, I was like, "This is the future."
It's dumb it's a great thing.
This is the future of Best of the Bottom. I know.
It's Betty White approved. We see put a tramp stamp on it that says "Pussy's dick beating" on it. Oh, Jesus.
You know, I've been thinking of a theme for my car.
Pussies take a beating?
Maybe. Maybe. It's a red minivan. I'm like, I told Mike I was thinking about naming it Matilda. And I was going to make it all flower things. And then we could have on there, Pussies Take a Beating, and then Betty White. Maybe that would be a beautiful.
It says you got to paint it pink.
No. Red.
I mean, depends on how hard you beat it. It might get a little red.
Okay,
you know?
now stop. I posed all the conversation and now I don't want to know more.
You started this.
Mm-hmm.
You started
I
this.
reeled you in and then I said, hey, stop that.
Deal with your repercussions.
I don't know. I do like the idea of one of us because I would totally get a tattoo like that. But it can't be huge. It can't be huge.
That's not that huge.
It's got to be a tattoo that we kind of just go like.
This is about the size of my Sublime son. But it's got to be big enough to where you get enough detail to where you know it's Betty White.
Yeah, but okay, like listen, like in the world of micro tattoos that we know are going to fade away into nothing, I think we have to label that as that.
No.
I'm not going to keep that for the rest of my life. I'm willing to have a mistake where for the next 25 years, I have to look at this fucking thing. I can dedicate 25 years. But if you want me to have this giant fucking blob of like shit for the rest of my life in great detail, no thank you.
I mean, we'll sort out the details. But I mean, what if we do Betty White proper traditional and we do the proper quote? Like,
well, proper detail. I don't want it. I don't want a realistic human on my body.
Well, not proper detail because it would still be in a traditional style, but with Betty White's likeness. And then we do the banner, and it just says, "Vaginas take a pounding."
Well, I want that. Like,
I do not have dumb tattoos. My tattoos are classy as fuck.
I love Justin's tattoos. I wish I thought of something cool. I mean, all I have is my familial tattoo.
Yes.
My Polish. I thought I'd have more than that, honestly, but
no, that's all you've done. Kurt's supposed to do a tattoo on you, and you haven't scheduled everything out.
I know because I have commitment issues. That's
yes, you do.
That's what you would call, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. Because I mean, like especially if he's going to a traditional route, which I've seen him do kind of a lot of. Like, I was thinking about doing like a whole traditional thing. Because I don't know. I always thought I'd have a shit ton, like I'd be a suicide girl. Like, legitimately a suicide girl was what I wanted to be. But I don't have the commitment for all of that.
You don't have the gumption or the commitment.
I don't. And because, like, I don't know. And then you see these, like, people who have, like, body pieces and they look like a complete work of art. And that's insane. Like, if I could do that, I would love that. But yeah. I don't. I would need to find an artist, figure out what I'm doing. I was thinking maybe I'd just do all American traditional. I just want to look like a cohesive piece.
I
And I have this one thing. So I'm just like, I'm nervous.
Dan, do you have any last thoughts on Betty White before I move on to this other news for you? I just heard this mere moments ago. Any last thoughts on Betty White and the gloriousness that was her and all the lovely art she brought to us?
Not really.
All right.
I love you. Goodbye. I don't know. Not really.
My body's a temple too. I just installed some stained glass windows. So
My body could be a temple, could be a shack. I don't know.
It's a double wide trailer. Diane.
Yes.
You are familiar with comic book men.
Mm-hmm. No, I heard.
You heard?
Bruce?
Yes, Rob Bruce. Rob Bruce has passed. I guess he was found in a basement of a storage locker facility. Yeah, he was, because I had just come across Rob Bruce. He was on Comic Book Men. Comic Book Men was with Walt Flanagan, Brian Johnson. It was a Kevin Smith production, and took place in Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash. And Rob Bruce was one of the guys that would come in and talk about historical, like, action figures, comic books. A lot of it had to do more with action figures and toys. He tended to be God damn it. He tended to be a bit of an expert in those areas. So he would come in and talk all about it. And then he was found dead in a storage facility.
He was just found dead there? That's...
Rob Bruce is not getting top billing. This is hey, by the way, I heard about this. Betty White is the show. Betty White is everything. Everything is about Betty White.
You're gonna get drunk. This is cherry, like...
Rob Bruce was like, this is a, what the fuck?
It's eating my fingers. It's all got that cherry juice stuff.
Because I was trying to give Betty White the most time for everything. That's why.
No, but Rob Bruce, I saw that he died on the thing. On because I still follow Tell Him Steve Dave and all that. And so did you say they think there's suspicious activity, or
it doesn't sound like it? They don't, the police do not suspect foul play, but basically he was just found dead. I mean, he was 62, so I don't know if he had a heart attack or what, but he was just, his family hadn't seen him for a while, and then bam, there he was.
Oh, that's always like the scariest idea, because it's like, even the most sociable of people, that kind of stuff can happen to. Like, you know, you just go somewhere, you disappear for a while because you die, and then nobody finds you because nobody, like, even people who have people, it happens to. You just end up alone, just somewhere, like, that's fucking
all of a
nuts.
sudden, there it is.
Because that's the thing too. Nobody thinks somebody's dying today. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I will say the Rob Bruce thing is a little bit more shocking than Betty White because I've just been hoping she keeps going a little longer because she's 99 and I mean honestly the one thing I gotta say though about the whole Betty White thing is I guess she had said in previous interviews that she's not afraid of dying. She hang on, let me find the page here. Because she was talking about that she has been missing her late husband, Alan Ludden, and she just wants to be with him again. So the fact that she has passed on and hopefully with her late husband that she loved so dearly, she wanted to actually spend the rest of her afterlife with him too. So we'll definitely
Betty White, oh Betty White, we Betty White, Betty White, Betty White.
Suzanne Nivens. Wait, what was her name? What was her character in Golden Girls?
Dorsey,
Blanche.
Sophie, Rose.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was Rose. I watched Golden Girls a handful of times. You and Maverick are the Golden Girls aficionado. My first introduction to Betty White was on the Mary Tyler Moore show. She was Suzanne Nivens. She played the like the cooking segment of the news station. She would do cooking stuff and crafty stuff. She was like a pre-Martha Stewart, just better. And she was witty and she was herself. She was great. That was my first experience with her. And she was doing voiceover work up until like last year. Or actually, I guess 2019.
Yeah, Betty White seemed like a busybody. Like she stayed busy for most of her life.
Well, busybody is somebody that gets all up in everybody's business.
Well, not busybody. Okay, busy.
She was a go-getter. She was motivated.
Oh okay, go-getter.
Yes. I was gonna say a working girl, but that's the wrong connotation. She was not a lady of the night. She was a lady of the early morning, and in bed by 5. I don't know her sleep schedule.
I used to have a Betty White calendar, and
I know
I kept some of the things, but I have nothing.
I know. I was actually thinking about that the other day because remember you gave me one of the pages for the Betty White calendar, and I had it in my room.
The chicken where she was dressed like a rooster or whatever.
Yeah, and I had that, and then I don't know where it disappeared to. I wish I still had it because I'd love to have it somewhere in here. With all this, I don't know where the fuck I put. You know what? There's space over here next to Statler and Wardlow. Statler and Waldorf. Why can't I use English?
What can I say? What can I speak? It's just I drink a giant Buzz Ball.
The Buzz Ball
and a bunch of cherries.
Mm-hmm.
The cherries are pretty good. I don't know what it is, but something is like making me feel like I can't speak like a proper human.
This has impressed me. It has all impressed me. This is one of the episodes where I bought something not just to be gross. It turned out to be lovely. Just like the 99 seltzers, just like the soju, it all worked out properly. I'm a happy man. These are solid.
This might be a main eventer.
Well, hang on. We got to break this down. All right. We got to break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, wait, how much did this cost? Yeah.
Okay. For this big ball, it was $20.
Mm.
A little bit pricier than other stuff, but at the same time, it kind of comes in similar to a lot of pre-made cocktails. But out of the pre-made cocktails that we've had before, this is a little bit more enjoyable, and I didn't have to drink that much. Granted, we did have some extra cherries to go with it. So, we're going to have to figure this out, okay? So, we like to rank these 5 out of 5 if it's the main eventer, 4 out of 5 an upper mid card 3 out of 5, lower mid card 2 out of 5, and a jobber 1 out of 5. Now, the spiked cherries. Could you go to a party and just sit here and eat spiked cherries and that's all you enjoy?
No. I think they'd be the jobberish if we're judging them on their own. They're the jobberish jobber you could ever jobber.
And then the Buzz Ball Biggie, this particular flavor, the strawberry one.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
flavor's good. I don't know which one's got me drunk though. That's a problem here, but
yes. I almost feel like we have to do a test.
we'll have to do an actual review of one or the other.
Okay. Now, what we're gonna have to do. This might have to be a separate thing. This might have to be a YouTube special. We'll do one day. We'll do a thing. We're just gonna jar these, and we'll get a jar each, and we'll just eat the cherries and count how many cherries until we feel adequate. Do we feel like we've reached a proper buzz? And then we'll have to do another one with the buzz ball. That we can share one of these big buzz balls. Then we'll do one of these fairly smaller size cups. So we'll drink one of these. Because I've had one of these and I don't know, however many cherries. But honestly, I could honestly see this being a situation. Did you eat all your cherries?
Yes.
Damn.
It counts. I was thinking about sipping this, but then I was like, nah, you good, girl.
You can save that for later?
Yeah.
But I was thinking.
That's for in the morning when I wake up and go, oh, again.
This very well could be one of those things. Like, you see, you got some spiked cherries and you're sitting there and you're just like chilling. You're sitting there eating cherries. Just had a party. Just like, hey, what up, bro? And you're eating cherries. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, shit. Oh shit! I got a head
This-
change.
What's the size of the buzz ball? Tall buzz whatever it's called.
The biggies,
Yeah, like what's the fluid ounces and all that junk?
1.75 liters. This is
Do we know what that is in relation to any other thing?
this is 59 point whatever liters.
So is that
ounces,
like
59 point whatever ounces.
like if I was like, okay, so like to any other bottle of anything, what is that?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I'm just wondering if it's like a bottle of booze worth. I
a
mean,
stat-
like, I don't
a
know.
stat- This has the same amount that you find in a fifth of vodka or tequila. It was a 1.75 liter bottle.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
This is 15% alcohol per volume. These are 10%. So, with this combination, it is. I don't fucking know.
Who cares?
all I know for sure is this is a solid drunken state. Well, not solid drunken, but this is a solid.
I feel pretty buzzed.
I feel good.
Like my tongue feels good.
Like I knew that I would now. I feel good. All right, James Brown, settle down. I'm just saying, it is fucking solid.
We have a kitten in the group whose name is Foxy Brown Cleopatra. Cutest, sweetest thing in the whole entire world, and I love her with all my heart. She's like this big. I love her so much.
But all right.
But all right, goodbye.
Here is my thoughts. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can't call this a jobber because a jobber is something that you just get through, just to get through it. These are legit enjoyable, right?
Yeah, but a jobber is also something that you enjoy for 2 seconds.
Yeah, but you enjoy watching them get squashed. This is something you enjoy. Like,
I don't enjoy him that much, sir.
I mean, this might be a Paul Heyman. It's like a
I
manager.
guess. Yeah, manager. I'll take it as a manager. You know what?
Because this is
We're
definitely
gonna
like
make this more about wrestling. I'll take that as a manager.
a manager or a valet. This is definitely a solid side piece. So I don't know where
Side piece or manager though.
This
Because now I'm more like that's a side piece.
side,
It adds nothing but good things.
so would this
for
be like
whoever.
a Miss Elizabeth situation or a Paul Heyman situation?
I think it's a Miss Elizabeth.
A Miss Elizabeth? Okay, I can live with a Miss Elizabeth. I could see this. So it doesn't quite qualify within the rankings, but it's a good addition to any cocktail or party. It's a lovely addition. Right. Now, because I think when you get into the fact that like the moonshine ones are a little bit different because there's like a significant amount of liquor in there plus the cherries and it's stronger. That's more of an actual on-screen talent, in-ring talent. This is definitely accompanying to the ring. I mean, it's definitely not a Marty Jannetty.
Legitimately pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Like I am just like wow. I am shocked.
they are enjoyable.
I still have this.
Yeah,
That's always a shocking thing for me. Is when I have that like leftovers. That's crazy.
But now, Buzz Balls Biggies Strawberry Rita. Where does this stand?
It is Trish Stratus.
It's a main eventer.
Yes.
So you're gonna put this in the same ranks as 99 seltzers
Well, I just
and
mean
soju.
in the realm of wrestling is probably a Trish Stratus.
Although technically Trish Stratus was not a main eventer, but she was one of the best women's wrestlers, especially during that era when women wrestling was not getting the proper respect it deserved.
I would actually say, as much as you're going to your Jose Cuervo and your Jose whatever's for margarita flavored drinks, this might be somebody you could hang out with too. If you're getting a whole bottle to drink that shit out of. I'm just saying. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying.
Does this deserve top billing on any card?
Are you saying it's like a Thunder Rosa or somebody who's almost there?
I don't know. I'm split between an upper mid card and a main eventer. Because the bar is kind of high with a soju.
I think it's an
seltzers.
older. I feel like it's a Trish Stratus if she came back right now. That's what I feel like it is. It's like somebody
a legend. But
it's a legend.
It's too new to be a legend. This is too new to be a legend.
But it's a legend, but kind of past its prime. You're not going to get whatever 100% it is. It could be great. It could be fantastic, but also...
We said 99 seltzers is The Rock.
Yeah. This isn't as bad as I thought. I'm drunker than I thought I was going to be.
Are we going to give this a main eventer billing? Are we going to go through?
I'm asking you.
Put it up there?
I can see it as a Thunder Rosa or
I like the way it feels in my hands, by the way.
Does it feel like magic? It looks like magic.
It does.
Like, I don't know what kind of concoctions, evil or otherwise.
Okay.
You got to mix up, but keep that bottle.
I'm definitely going to say, okay, so as far as packaging goes, it's kind of a Stone Cold Steve Austin vibe.
How so?
Like, Stone Cold just rocked the black trunks, and like he had a very simplistic, attire to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got the Stone Cold Steve Austin vibe. So it's very simplistic. Because when you bring out like the soju, look at this packaging.
Yeah.
It stands out. It pops. But this is standing on its own on its ability. We can't.
This is the same shit in a fucking KFC thing.
we can't incorporate the KFC packaging because it's unofficial. It's like Al Snow. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
All right, fuck it. It's a main eventer. Fuck it.
Well, what are you trying to have it be? I'm not even sure what you're fighting for.
I don't know what I'm fighting for. I'm torn. Like,
if you want me to tell you, no, it doesn't belong with the champions. Yeah, it probably didn't. Neither did Ava Marie. Who knows? But that's where they're at right now.
It's a main event level. It's joining the ranks of 99. Because honestly, I could drink this again many a times. As a matter of fact, I have to DM somebody a little bit later and discuss this with them. I'll probably do it in the morning because it is going to be late as fuck their time. But I'm going to be a guest on the Bumwine Bob podcast. I don't know when he posts everything later, but I'll be on that podcast a little bit later on, and I'll be contributing an article later. And I think this is going to be a second article. Right now, I'm going to be writing up the 99 seltzers because those are fucking amazing. And Bumwine Bob, I think it's .com. He's got a lovely website. They review cheap booze and wrestling. They're right up our alley. We're kindred spirits. But we are overrunning. This has been Best of Bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. Please join us every Monday, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, twitch.tv/bottom class. It'll be 11 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. Pacific. If you're watching this on the YouTubes, like, share, subscribe, click all those buttons. Give us a follow on the Twitch. Give us a subscribe on the YouTube. Do all those things. We got some social medias down below at Bottom Class, Instagram, and Twitter. And we have a website, Paraco Productions at paracoproductions.com. It has been a lovely podcast. Betty White is the greatest. Rest in peace, Betty White, Rob Bruce, and just fucking join our family. Just click those buttons. Bring it in. Bring it in. And we will see you next time right here on Best of the Bottom. Tastes pretty good.